Hello guys, it's Paepp von Paepp here, and today I'm gonna show you another archetype from the newest box, Future Horizon. I'm talking about the Super Heavy Samurais, a really fun deck that I discovered being more than a fun deck. As you can see, the first thing that to me is really important is the fact that you really don't need, in my opinion, any super rare or ultra rare of the box, at least of the archetype. The only exception is made for Kiteroid. As you know, is a free card that you can obtain in the game, so it's also limited to 2, so it's the only super rare. As you can see, we only have rare and common cards, so this is definitely a deck that can be built from anyone in the game, and I know has a high potential to be KOG in the maybe in the second or the third week of the month. So let's go deep into the deck. As you can see, also the synchro monsters are only rare and common cards. The deck idea is pretty easy. We are using at the moment the skill level augmentation. What it does, you can show a monster in your hand to increase the level of a monster on the field by the level of the monster shown in your hand. But you're really never gonna use it a lot. It's only a once per duel, but you're gonna use it in, in some particular situation when you need directly your boss monsters. But the deck is pretty consistent because it has a lot of defense that your opponent is gonna not expect. So I'm talking about, first, we have 3 defense in this deck. Kiteroid, that's amazing. You all know what it does. He has a double effect in your hand and in the graveyard. And then we have 3 super heavy samurai Giga Gloves. What it does, when it is sent to the graveyard, he has an effect that you can just choose the order of the top 5 cards of your deck. But this is not the defensive effect. The defensive effect is when it is in your graveyard. You can banish this card from your graveyard, excavate the top cards of your deck, and if it is a super heavy samurai monster, add it to your hand, and the attacking monster's attack becomes 0. As you can see, we only have super heavy samurai monsters except for Kiteroid, so the effect is a 99% gonna be activated, and so you're gonna make your opponent attacking monster to 0, and this is not until the end of the turn, so your opponent will have his monster forever for the rest of the duel with a 0 attack monster. So really powerful. Then we have 3 of this. We can easily send it to the graveyard, or with the synchro summon, or just by putting in defense position, so with your opponent just run into hit, so pretty easy. And then we have another defense, that's another hand defense. I'm talking about the Paepp defense. What it does, if you have no spell trap cards in your graveyard, but as you will see, all the effects of the super heavy samurai monsters are gonna activating only if you have no spell trap cards. And as you can see in the list, we have definitely no spell and trap cards. What it does, when you take battle damage, so the first attack is gonna be okay, and when you get this battle damage, you can special summon him in defense position, of course, and he cannot be destroyed for the rest of the turn by battle or by effect damage. So the only problem will be if they have enemy controller, that is a semi-limited card, so they only have 2, and they should be very lucky to have that. So we play 3 of this, so we have a total of 8 defense, really powerful. And of course, in particular, the Paepp defense is it's a card your opponent is gonna not expect. Then we have the tuner. Let's go to the tuner of the deck. We have 2 tuner. both level 2 we have the Super Heavy Samurai Trumpeter. That's amazing, guys, because it can be special summoned, of course if you have no spell trap cards, as many times as you want. I'm gonna show you why I'm gonna tell you as many times as you want, because the first synchro you're gonna make is a level 2 plus a 3, for example, and you're gonna have a Super Heavy Samurai's Wordmaster Musashi. What Musashi do? When he's synchro summoned, you can choose a Super Heavy Samurai in your graveyard and add back it to your hand. This means that you can add again your Trumpeter, and once that you had your Trumpeter, because you have not spell trap cards, you can special summon it back to back again on the field and synchro summon again. 2 plus 5, it's again a stealth ninja. So you can use it really if you have 2 or more in your hand. You can special summon them in the same turn as many times as you want. So really powerful. And then we have the other synchro that I choose because it's the only one that's a 2, because we are working with 2 and 3 level 3 monsters, as you can see. And this is an effect that you're not gonna use it because it's in the battle phase. You can synchro summon after one Super Heavy Samurai monster has destroyed a monster your opponent controls, but it's not really that the most important. The important effect is that you can special summon him by decreasing the level of a synchro monster you control on your field. And so you can special summon him and maybe go to synchro summon again. Then we have other 2 monsters, other 2 monsters. Okay, we have the Super Heavy Samurai Big Varaji. The only effect we need is his ability to be special summoned. Free. It's a free level 5 monster on the field with no requirements because we have no spell trap cards, of course, in our deck. So free special summon, free level 5, and 5 plus 2 is directly a stealth ninja. Then we have the last card, that's a Soul Shield Wall that can be equipped from your hand directly to a synchro monster or also a Super Heavy Samurai monsters, and it gives a boost of 12,100. That's huge. And with that, you will have your stealth ninja have a 4,000 defense. That in this case, as you will know, it corresponds to an attack, because as you know, the Super Heavy Samurai have this particular characteristic that they can attack while in defense position, and when they attack in defense position you have to apply their defense for damage calculation. So then let's go deep into the synchro. We already have seen Musashi. This is ninja. That's amazing because it's like a masked hero Anki. It can halve its defense until the end of the turn, and it can attack directly. So it's a free 1400 to the face for your opponent. Really nice. And also it has another beautiful effect that if it is destroyed by a card effect, you can special summon him again in the next standby phase, and it's not your next standby phase. So if your opponent destroys your monster in your turn, you get to special summon him in your opponent's turn. So really nice, really important. And then we have finally the boss. It's level 9. Pretty busted. It's a big boss because it has 2500 defense, but he gets 900 for each of your special summoned monster. For each special summoned monster your opponent controls. So it can be really huge, as you will see in the duel replays. I used it to defeat the big boss of the Ancient Gear, the fusion monster that has, if I'm not wrong, a 4400 attack. So really useful this card. And you know, we have some OTK potential with the ninja and of course our Soul Shield Wall, but you really have, it's not an OTK deck, it's really a deck that can be useful in a lot of situations. So you can control the duel with your defense. And really, I also advise you to try it with different skill. Maybe it can be something good. I also thought about the skill of Sarah with defense charge that can be useful. And I know, I repeat guys, this deck is pretty busted. I didn't expect him to be so damn consistent, as you will see in the replays. A lot of enemies gonna scoop. The most problem is that your opponent will have trouble to remove Stealth Ninja from the field because he keeps returning back from the grave. So really guys, amazing deck, and also it's a cheap one. So I'm sure every one of you can achieve to build this deck, and guy, I really recommend it. It's amazing. So I hope you enjoyed all the explanation. Feel free to ask me wherever you want in the comment section down below, and enjoy the replays.